What's in the Box is back. Come see what our watch of the week is this week. Hello, Justin.
Hey, Emily.
Great to see you.
Good to see you too.
Time for another watch.
Yes.
I love this time of day. We get to film, we get to see what they've saved for us. It's always a good time,
It is.
regardless of what's in that box. So we will get to that very soon, but as always, I would love to see what's on your wrist today.
I would too. Show me yours first.
I get to go first?
Yes, I know what it is because I spotted it, but
Hello,
let's
I
talk about
have
it.
on a Tridor day date.
Yes, you
This
do.
is birth year. There's a diamond dial. This thing I love so much. All three precious metals in one.
Love it.
Beautiful,
it's so
right?
cool. I love the fact that it's kind of a novelty, right?
Yeah.
All three precious metals in one. It looks like steel, but it's definitely
It's
not.
not.
And if you know kind of thing.
Yep.
Really, really interesting watch.
Thank you.
Love it. The diamonds I think are fantastic on you. I like it
Yes.
with the
Yes.
the non-diamond dial version personally, but
Yeah.
it's a gorgeous watch.
My
It looks
husband
great
loves
on you.
this watch. It's your favorite word. This is a shareable. So
It
this
is
one's
very
sized
shareable.
for me, so it's on me today. But it's nice because I'm not used to the steel look,
Mm-hmm.
right? Even though we know it's white gold. It's just different on me. And the champagne dial works.
Yeah, and the three-stripe
Yeah.
bracelet, the center links are kind of subtle. Like
Yeah.
you don't notice them from across the room. It's only until you really start
Yeah, you
getting
probably
into
think it's a
yeah.
two-tone
Yeah.
something, which it's not going to be on
Yeah.
day date anyway. So it's definitely a fun little novelty
Yeah.
piece, to say the least.
That's one. Maybe we'll do some predictions for Watches and Wonders one year. I'd love to see that one come back in some iteration. That would be
you
cool.
are not alone. I don't think I made that prediction this year in our Watches and Wonders thing, but it was in my mind.
I think it's more of a wish list than a prediction. I don't think
Wish.
it's really likely,
Yeah.
but I would love
They
to see
do a
it.
few different iterations of this and more modern takes with the Pearl Master.
Right.
And it's not my favorite. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not my favorite watch, but
Sure.
this was such
That
a
one's
time
great.
and place to be, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, what
I'm
do you got on?
going Tudor. I got the FXD today.
Your favorite.
Yeah, this one's really cool. I mean, I've said it before, it's grown on me. I wasn't sure about the fixed lugs and everything
Yeah.
before. I really like them. I also like the bezel and the blue. I mean, I like everything about
Hard
it.
to not enjoy
It's
that
a good
entire
one.
watch, yeah.
Very nice.
Very fun. Well, this is what we're wearing. What are you guys wearing at home while watching? Be sure to let us know. These are just our picks. It's a little bit more fun to know what you guys chose for the day as well. All right, watch of the week. If you guys are
Yes.
new to What's in the Box, every week our team sets aside something fresh off of the truck. Basically, we buy watches from the public and we get a chance to unbox one right here with you. Sometimes it's two, but I see one box over here. So
Yeah.
surprise, it's only one watch. But what is that watch? Let's find out.
Let's do it.
All right, let's see what this watch is. Thank you so much again,
Ooh,
Tom.
all right.
You want to open?
Ready to
You're-
get into
you're
it?
good at it.
All right.
I feel like I'm the resident guesser.
I think it works.
Yeah.
I think you're probably better at guessing than me, so we'll stick with it.
I don't know about better. I definitely have opinions, and I don't know. This one's small today.
It is.
Makes me think.
Let's see. Yeah, this definitely isn't one of those giant Omega chests. We can
California.
rule that out
This one didn't
already.
come too far. This thing is wrapped up.
This is wrapped up. Let's
is
see.
that?
Oh, Bob's box. Okay, so this doesn't have a box. This is a box that we sent them
Yeah.
to package in.
So then someone knew what this is.
Yeah. I mean, they
so the
do
outer
a good
box
job
and
of.
the inner box is not going to give it away. So
No.
you gotta genuinely take a peek.
Yeah, let me get it out.
It might. It doesn't help. This actually makes it harder.
Oh boy, this is a good one.
Good one because I'm not gonna guess it.
You're not gonna guess it.
Okay. Is it another Tridor day date?
It's not. I'll give you one hint. If you want to take one more guess, it is a vintage Rolex.
Vintage.
Yes, that narrows it down quite a bit.
Yeah, it does. Is it a 1016?
No, it is
What is that?
a vintage
Daytona?
Cosmograph. Technically
Not a
pre-Daytona,
Daytona,
right?
what?
Yeah.
Wait, pull this out.
So we have the vintage Rolex chronograph, and this is
6034? 34.
6034, right?
What?
so-
This is pre-Daytona.
Yes, this is it's before Daytona was a Daytona, right? Their first, not the first iteration ever, but it was their chronograph before. A lot of the same look and feel. It was kind of before Daytona really found its home and design language and everything. But 36 millimeter, so a little bit smaller case. These are manual wind.
Okay.
They use the Valjoux movement at the time, and this was 50s, I believe, like early 50s. Yeah. And man, this is a nice one too. So just
I see instantly this dial, right?
Right.
Like from as soon as you opened that box, it has red, white, and blue, which the white has obviously aged a bit to this ivory color. But the hands and the hour markers are gold on a steel watch.
It's the first thing I noticed too, is you see the dual track, right?
Yeah.
The dual register has the blue around the outside, and then just inside that there's the red.
What do they call that? That's the tachymeter.
And then there's the telemeter.
Telemeter.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's for measuring, as far as I understand, like sound. Like if thunder goes off, and you can time it until you see the lightning, or if
practical.
Probably more, used at the time. Maybe even like if you were like in the military or war, like if you heard an explosion and then you saw it go off, you could see how far that was to your position. Anyway, really cool. And they all didn't have that.
Are those syringe hands?
And these are the syringe hands. Yes, very good catch. I like the syringe hands. They're different.
It's just vintage.
It's very vintage. And actually,
I'm like
looking
melting.
closer at
This
it.
is so exciting.
Can we get a loop? It looks like there's something else on the dial here. Can we get a loop? Do we have one around somewhere?
Oh,
Hand
you
it
got
to
a
me. Let
loop
me
for
see.
us? All right.
Okay.
Loop for you.
So this is actually a dual signed. If you notice, it says
Dual
Brock &
sign?
Co. on
No,
the dial.
I did not.
You can take a look with the loop. So Brock & Co. Yeah, this was a jewelry
Jeweler?
store, like a high-end jeweler. I think it was known as like kind of the Tiffany of the West Coast, or at least somewhat.
So it's like LA, Los
Yeah,
Angeles.
it's a West Coast jewelry store, and this was like a private label Pre-Daytona from Rolex
No
for them,
way.
which is really nice. I mean, I don't do a ton of vintage. Brandon's the guy; he would be the perfect one here to speak to it better than myself. But there's not a lot of them, and they don't come up very often. So that absolutely adds to the rarity and the collectability of this. I mean, it's already a great watch without that, right? And that just kind of puts it one tier up.
One of my favorite, I literally love vintage Daytonas so much. I don't know that I've seen a pre-Daytona, right? At this age, rare, honestly, very rare, let alone double signed.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And typically the ones I've seen are Tiffany & Co.
Right, you see a lot more Tiffany.
So the fact that this is a little bit more of that location specific also just adds to the awesomeness of this watch.
I've never seen one of the Brock & Co.'s, and this one's in pretty good shape. I mean, it looks nice. I mean, obviously it has a a good patina on it. 36 millimeters. Definitely wearable, definitely shareable. If
I don't know that I'm sharing.
I know, right?
No way.
Go for it. You can definitely pull that one up.
Did this come on?
So this one is on the rivet bracelet. And actually, this watch originally came from Rolex on a leather strap. Because so I think we've talked about this.
Hole.
Yeah, it has the single holes on the side of the case. So there's holes there, and this side is no holes. So it came on the a leather strap. This one, someone at some point had fitted it with this.
I can imagine from the 1950s
really awesome
to now.
Rivet bracelet.
Why not?
Exactly. I think they're both great choices.
It looks awesome too, but my mind, am I becoming a future strap girl? Perhaps. I just think this would look so good, and honestly, a tan one like my jacket, or even black. Oh, you guys, look at this. What a fun watch. There's so much to take in. It's hard to stop. It does say Rolex, Oyster, Chronograph, and then obviously Brock & Co. underneath it.
And then look at the tachymeter printing around.
Yeah.
Does it say miles or miles per hour or something?
It does say mile.
It does. Okay, so
telemeter says mile.
that makes sense, because this was a watch for the U.S. market, a Brock & Co. watch.
Versus meters.
Versus if it said kilometers or meters, then it would be something for the European.
I would like to see this on your wrist. I'm not gonna
I would
close
like
it.
to wear it. Let's see.
These are fun. My dream, like I will add a vintage actual Daytona to my collection someday. I've been obsessed with a 6263 black dial, especially with that blue signed Daytona.
Such a grail piece, but
Wow, that looks
so
good on you too.
And there's a lot of different configurations on these. Like you see some that didn't have like the dual color. This one has the red and blue, which is really nice. Not all of them had that. This one has the syringe hands. They had different hands and different markers. You see this one has those shape markers, or some with like square markers. And so there's a lot of, it's kind of how Rolex did things
say,
more back
back
then.
in
There
the
was
day.
a lot of experimenting going on and a lot of changes.
Grab this goes on.
This is a really, really nice configuration.
Wow, I'd love to have talked to the customer that sent this in.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. Maybe they weren't the first owner, so perhaps they wouldn't know, but could you imagine the stories that watch could tell?
Absolutely.
How cool.
Yeah, this is yet another great watch. They do not disappoint.
No.
Yeah, fantastic watch. It's going to end up on our site for sale, right? I'm not sure
is.
how soon, but it will.
Easy to fall in love with this
Yeah.
one. We've hit just a few of our favorite tidbits of this watch, but if you guys are looking for more, be sure to head over to bobswatches.com where our listing will always detail this. It's over on the vintage Rolex section. Once it goes live, you guys will be able to kind of click in. It will be linked in our description as well, but this is a really fun piece.
It's good. I want to know what you guys think.
Always.
Leave us a comment. I'm going to make a bold statement. I like these better than like the Paul Newman Daytonas. For me, if I'm given the
Bold,
choice,
but
I like this. It's different.
understandable.
Change my mind. Chime in below. Let us know what you think. I think when it comes to vintage Rolex vintage chronographs,
Yeah.
this one, or at least one of this style pre-Daytonas is king.
Yeah, this is tough to fold
Yeah.
at this point. Anyway, such a fun unboxing
Yeah.
with you today. Thanks for bringing the knowledge.
Thank you. This
Always
one was
fun.
good.
You guys will be back with a fresh episode of What's in the Box soon. Be sure to check back. Otherwise, be well.